On this episode of Bumpy's Beer Review, from Fat Orange Cat being brewed out of the 12% Project in North Haven, Connecticut, I have this spooky one called Cautionary Tail Pumpkin Ale. This comes in at 8% ABV, so I'd call that an Imperial. Let's go ahead and crack into it and start this review. Alright, so I don't know much about this this beer. Let's see if I can get this down lower here. I just want to try to show off that label. It's pretty cool. When I'm pouring it, it looks like it's almost like either an amber or a brown ale. It's very dark, as you can see. It's got this root beer kind of color to it. The head is a bit off-white. It's got a little bit of a kind of grayish, darker hue to it. It's sudsy. And yeah, I can't see through this beer, so I'm not sure if it's just like super. It's got some like sediment and stuff, I guess. Yeah. See, I didn't see the sediment and the light behind me there coming through. Suspended. So let's go ahead and get some aromas from afar. Yeah, it smells like a darker beer. Deep bready type notes to it. Get a little bit of a spice. I'd say like kind of nut, maybe ginger, nutmeg and ginger. Let's get closer. All right, so it's a little perfumey. And then there's, yeah, a nutmeg, a ginger. There's a lot of like dark, like bread sweetness. It's almost, I'd say it's like either a brown or like a dunkel type thing for the base. I'm not sure if there's more information online with this. If I can find that, I'll leave it in the description below. But yeah, it's got kind of a little bit of a floral, like perfumey nose with that like, kind of nutmeggy. It's like the more I smell it, the more like perfume like it gets. Maybe a little bit of a fruitiness too, like a darker fruit. Candy. All right, let's take our first sip here. Cheers. All right, I get some of the kind of nutmeg to ginger type flavor notes right off the bat. I'm not sure if that's gonna end up going away kind of like it did in the aromas, but it's there. Rich brown bread type notes from the malt. It's a little bit fruity. Some darker type fruit notes. There's a punch of bitterness on the back end. It's kind of it's got a little bit of like an herbally spice, earthy tone thing going for it. The mouthfeel on this seems to be about like a medium body, but it has like a weird like watery separation. So a portion of it kind of drinks like a lighter body, and then there's just kind of a little bit of a heft that's kind of left behind too. Carbonation on it, it's got like minute like micro bubbles. So there's like a bunch of fizziness, but it does seem like it's a little bit lower on carbonation. I think this is one of those beers, like if I didn't know that this was like a pumpkin ale, that, I mean, I could tell that it's a spiced ale, but I wouldn't be able to say that it's definitely like geared towards Halloween or fall. This could very well also just be like a winter, like almost like a winter warmer type thing, even though it's not a lager. And I'd say, yeah, it's either like a brown ale or like a dunkel type version of a base malt, base brew. Closer to a brown ale, I'd say. So yeah, this one's okay. 8% ABV, by the way. Yeah, I'd say it's kind of hit. I'm not getting any alcoholic type notes. There's no real warming or anything from this beer. I don't know. I'm not loving it. I think like for like a beer that I like more than this one, being close to the same type of like I'm going with brown ale, and I would say the pumpkin from Dogfish Head. I like that more than this, but I think it's still a good beer. I would put it like top end good. If you haven't tried it yet, if you're looking for like a bunch of like beers to have, like if you're gonna have a Halloween party or something like that, I mean, obviously with the can art, that's fantastic. And yeah, and it's not like overly spiced or anything. Like I said, I was kind of, I could smell the nutmeg and the kind of ginger type notes like at first that kind of went away. There's some fruitiness added. You're getting a lot of that kind of like brown ale aspect to it as well. So yeah, I think it's worth a try. I think that some people out there that would really like this one, and I know that there's people out there that absolutely hate pumpkin ales. So, but anyways, just want to say cheers. Thank you all for watching.